Here we are asked to use the completing the square to solve the quadratic equation 4x squared minus 16x plus 13 equals 0. Now, our normal form when we apply completing the square is x squared plus or minus bx. This is what we usually complete the square of. And in that case, what we're doing is we add 1/2 of b squared so that the expression can be factored as x plus 1/2 b all squared. So here we're involved with an equation, which means that we have to be careful to keep the two sides of the equation balanced. So first I will subtract 13 from both sides to get negative 13 on the right. But I still don't have 1 as the coefficient of x. So I'm going to divide everything by 4. All three terms by 4. This is going to give me x squared minus 4x equals negative 13/4. Now I can add the 1/2 b squared to both sides. Since b is negative 4, I'm going to take 1/2 times negative 4 squared, which is negative 2 squared, which is 4. We're going to add 4 to each side of the equation. That's the same as 4 over 1. Now the left side is just x minus 2 squared. The right-hand side, if I write 4 over 1 as 16 over 4, I'll get x minus 2 squared equals 3/4. Thus, x minus 2 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 3/4, or plus or minus the square root of 3 all over 2. Now, if I add 2 to each side, I get plus or minus 3/2 plus 2. Now, usually we don't do this because the 2 is always added, and then we add a plus or a minus 3/2. So in order to avoid confusion, we write this as 2 plus or minus 3/2. This is the same as 4/2 plus or minus 3/2, which gives us 7/2. And 2/2, sorry, 1/2, 7/2 and 1/2. So 4 plus 3 is 7, 4 minus 3 is 1. So the two solutions are 7/2 and 1/2. Could write the 7/2 as 3 1/2, but it isn't necessary.